So today I'm going to be hiking Franconia Ridge, which the first time I ever hiked it was on the Appalachian Trail, and it was completely cloudy, but as you can see over there, looks like a nice clear day. So off we go. Here we go. We're starting on the Pemi Trail, I believe, and we're gonna go to the Liberty Springs Trail, connecting to the Flume slide trail up to Mount Flume, cross Franconia Ridge, and then go down. Don't get down. Here we go. Now we would come to find that we weren't actually on the Pemi Trail, but we're following the multi-use path, which took us to this interesting geological feature where water has carved out the granite rock since the last ice age and formed this 15-foot deep pool of water called the Basin. And fun fact, Henry David Thoreau called it perhaps the most remarkable curiosity of its kind in New England. We actually weren't on the Pemi Trail until just now. We were on the multi-use path. Now we are going under I-55. All right. No more of the multi-use path. We are now getting on the Liberty Spring Trail to the Flume Slide Trail. Oh wait, we're on the Appalachian Trail. Oh look, the white blazes. Oh. It's been a long time. Just as I remember, the whites are full of rocks, wet and muddy. And now we're at our next junction where we're gonna leave the Liberty Spring Trail and the Appalachian Trail, sadly, for the Flume Side Trail up to Franconia Ridge, 3.3 miles. This should be the tough stuff. You ready? Can you handle it?
Yes, sir.
Are you anxious?
Next question.
Last night, Ali watched a bunch of videos of people doing this Flume Trail, and they made it look so hard and dangerous, but this is not hard. This is really easy.
Just wait and see.
Don't fall. Forest friend. Goodbye. Is this even a trail? It just looks like a water course. Although we had no money, I was rich as I could be, and my coat of many colors my mama made for me. That's hard when you're hiking.
Exactly.
Next verse. This is the White Mountains I remember. Just going up sheer rock faces covered in water. This is easy. Okay, well, we found the hard part. It is a little sketchy here. I wouldn't want to do this in the winter with ice. Doing some yoga in the whites. What a beautiful day. Come on, a few more chances to slip. Okay, hopefully the sketchy part is over, but now we're on a choose your own adventure because everything's wet and rocky and slippery, but you can find your way using trees for support. Good old Mother Nature's got our back. Well, getting a nice view. Still climbing up to Mount Flume, but most of the hard stuff's behind us. Finally, at last, it appears we're reaching tree line, and we've made it to the beginning of Franconia Ridge. That was the longest 3.3 miles in my life. And off we go. And here it is. We are going to cross the tree line and be exposed. Don't y'all love being exposed? And these are the views I never got on the Appalachian Trail. To keep my hat from blowing away, I have this nice hiker sheet book. And Ollie's going to get into his pants because it's cold. This is just the start of Franconia Ridge. Still haven't gotten to the top of Mount Flume, which should be There it is, Franconia Ridge. So after spending all that time climbing up, we are now rapidly descending from Mount Flume to cross over to, I think, Haystack. And just like that, we're at the top of Mount Liberty. Whew. Geological survey marker, there's Franconia Ridge with Lafayette. And you can see we were just over there on Mount Flume. And we're leaving Mount Liberty, and now we're continuing back onto the Appalachian Trail as we head to Mount Lafayette. Alternatively, we could have taken this trail up. What is this? Liberty Springs Trail, which is the Appalachian Trail, which would have been much shorter, but we would have missed out on Flume and Liberty. And you know, freedom's worth it. And this is what it's like to hike just at about tree line. And we made it to Little Haystack. You can see Flume there, Liberty there, and now beautiful white mountains. And this is the view I never got to see. We are just below the clouds, which is perfect. And there's Lincoln straight ahead. Lafayette's just beyond it. Whew, you can see Flume and Liberty, Haystack, the ridge. We're still climbing the steps of Mordor up to the top of Lincoln. Here we are, the summit, and there is Lafayette. And we're almost there. Top of the clouds. We made it. There's the rest of Franconia Ridge behind us. We're on the top of Mount Lafayette. Very windy. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? So now it's getting crazy windy, and it took us way longer to get up here than we thought, so we only have like an hour of sunlight left to get down. So off we go into the clouds. And now we're racing sunlight to get to the bottom. And there's hot. And one of our last views of Franconia Ridge. What a beautiful day. And we are supposed to be finished in 10 minutes. But we still have to get all the way down to the highway. Another gorgeous view of the ridge. And here we are at the Green Leaf Hut. Fortunately, we're not staying here. We have a ways to go. And now we set off down the old bridle path, 2.9 more miles. Still heading down the old bridle path. And still a long way to go to the freeway. It's almost 9 o'clock. We were supposed to be done at 8. I'm just braving it alone. Here we go. But someone's got a headlamp on, which is more helpful than what I'm doing. Well, we made it. Almost 2 hours past what we thought we were gonna do. But the old bridle path was much easier. That's easier than the Flume trail, but still hard at the top. But now we need to find our car. And here's a quick overview where we start at the Franconia Notch parking lot, following the multi-use path to the Liberty Spring Trail briefly before connecting to the Flume Slide Trail, following that steeply up to the Franconia Ridge Trail where we have Mount Flume, Mount Liberty, and then we summit Little Haystack before Mount Lincoln and finally Mount Lafayette, taking the Greenleaf Trail down to the hut and then following the old bridle path back to the parking lot. Now if you want to know more about this hike or my Appalachian Trail hike, please check out my blog at astraylife.com. Thanks for watching.